Welcome to another March Madness preview show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. Today, we're going to look at the battle between the SEC and the Big Ten. We've got Auburn versus Michigan State, a number 1 versus number 2 battle. And what we saw last night was a Michigan State team that struggled against Ole Miss. And I think Michigan State likes to play fast, but I think Ole Miss controlled the tempo and dang near pulled the upset. Now, Chris Beard did a great job of coaching this game, but so did Tom Izzo. And in the end, Richardson for Michigan State was a huge difference. And Michigan State found a way to win that game. Now, Auburn, as Auburn is apt to do, Auburn ran away from Michigan. And Michigan for 30 minutes was the better team. But for those last 10 minutes when Auburn turned it on, Auburn was the best team. The best player on this floor is going to be Broome from Auburn. And I mean, when you look at this, Michigan State did not play well last night. It was indecisive. It didn't get on the move, and it fought for every basket. But even with the struggles, Ole Miss couldn't pull away. The Spartans found their burst, and they got out alive by hitting free throws. Now, the other thing about this is Michigan State shoots free throws very well. Now, Auburn last night made too many mistakes in the first half against Michigan. The defense struggled against the size of the 2 7-footers for the Wolverines. And then it was as if they just kind of snapped out of it and realized it was bigger, faster, stronger. And all of a sudden, Auburn made Michigan look like a Division II team. Now, Michigan State, I think, is going to be able to finally turn it loose and get in a track meet. I think that's the way they want to play. The question is, do you really want to play that way against Auburn? Now, Ole Miss did a great job of forcing the Spartans in a half-court battle that made every basket seem like it was pulling teeth. It's the old classic rock fight is what they had against Ole Miss last night. It was a great basketball game. Now, they're third in the nation, Michigan State is, in fast break points. They're going to get to attack the rim. They're going to play hard. They're going to play fast. And that's the way they want to play. But Auburn, you better out-rebound them or at least come close if you're going to beat them. Now, Ole Miss out-rebounded Michigan State 33-29. Ole Miss on the boards is not like Auburn. The Spartans came in at that third in the nation in rebounding margin, but they got outworked on the boards, and it almost proved costly. Now, Auburn might go through, as it did against Michigan, a few lulls in the action. And the Wolverines went from unstoppable to unable to get a shot off. And it happened by out-rebounding the Wolverines 48-33. Now, the quickness of the Tigers is going to be a massive issue. Michigan State is fast. They have talent and it knows how to get physical, but it doesn't have the interior defense to handle Broome and the other Auburn bigs. There's a huge drop-off when the threes are contested and they aren't falling for Michigan State. Now, being in Atlanta matters. It's SEC country versus the Big Ten. Michigan State fans will go green their way in a few runs. I think for 30 minutes, they will stay in this game. But then I think Auburn's team and the crowd behind them takes this game over. Like few teams in college basketball, Auburn goes from good to jaw-droppingly great in just a blink of an eye. Now, Michigan State, I think, will battle hard. Like I said, I think they'll play well for 30 minutes. And then in the end, Auburn's depth, their talent, and the interior will win this game. So at 5.5 points, I'm going to take Auburn. I'm going to give the 5.5 points because I think this game ends up Auburn 89, Michigan State 76. And if you want to bet this game, go to BetMGM, the top sportsbook for betting on college basketball. You can click on the link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. You can follow me on X at Grueling Truth. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. But for now, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.